Whoa, we're live. You
Here
see
we
us? Technical difficulties, but we are in fact live. Matt, recap quarterfinals. We had a fantastic quarterfinals. Second best round of wrestling on planet Earth.
Only preceded by tonight.
Only preceded by tonight. So tonight went first. So we're gonna do a quarterfinals recap, and we are gonna do a semifinals preview, which that's not a lot because it's 2 matches. I wish we could even go into all the blood round matches because you and I talked about that at lunch, and it's gonna be on fire. Okay, 125. Let's start it off. We got Spencer Lee coming back. Now, listen, Flo, they have the flair for the dramatics sometimes. Spencer looked good, but great. That's a little bit of the question because Sean Russell gets the takedown to make it 8-2. Spencer's kind of doing the head in the mat thing. Sean cuts him, and they get in a scramble, and Spencer gets the fall. So I want to say good, not great.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's similar to what we would say about Penn State. They wrestled good. They've not wrestled great. You know, obviously Spencer Lee's back in the national semifinals, so it's good enough, right?
Yes.
But it hasn't been great. We'll see if he can capture greatness in the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, and so I was wrong on the pitch glory. I thought Glory got the takedowns in the last match. But in this match, that wasn't the case. Pitch got, I believe, all of the takedowns. Looked great doing it. Sets up Pitch Lee for the night. We saw what that looked like in Gallagher, Iowa. Are you picking a Pitch win again, or are we going to go with Spencer Lee?
I got to go with my pick. I picked Piccininni at the beginning of the week. I'm going to stay with it. He's given me no reason. If anything, he's given me even more positive energy.
He's looked good.
He's
looked really good. Yes.
He's continued to progress and grow every month this season, and so I find no reason. I'm going to stick with Piccininni and see what we can do for the Cowboys here.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
And I find that to be a very difficult pick. I'm going to stick with Piccininni also. Lee's look good, just not good enough to win me over. So we'll go with Piccininni, but I don't say that with a huge amount of confidence like I will some of these picks today.
Sure.
On the other side, Mueller, Bresser go like quadruple overtime. I think Bresser ended up, he got ridden out, so he went to cut him, and then he ended up giving him the escape plus the takedown. Also, Rivera looks good against Vitalia Ruja. Really no doubt ever in that match. So we got Sebastian Rivera, Jack Mueller. They're both undefeated. So there's actually 3 undefeated wrestlers.
3 undefeated.
Which that's that never happens.
And going into this year, the one guy that has a couple blemishes on his record is
Spencer Lee.
the one we would have thought would have the donut at the end of his name.
Absolutely. So Rivera, Mueller.
I'm going with Rivera. I mean,
I'll go with Rivera
he's been
also.
on a tear. He hasn't given us any cause for concern. He's been in complete control pretty much the entire
I do feel
season.
like it's gonna be super competitive though, like a 3-2, 4-3, low scoring.
Right.
And Mueller's very hard to score on.
Yeah. And this is, going into the semifinals, typically why it's the most exciting is because the goal is right within your grasp, right?
Yes,
Everything you've
absolutely.
been training for the past year, it's right in front of you. It's 7 minutes away. This is the round where everybody pushes all their chips to the center and says, whatever I have to do, I'm going to do it to win this match. We don't typically see that tomorrow night, but tonight is when we see reckless abandon.
Reckless.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. 133. Now, this is Matt and I believe, both of our favorite brackets. The quarterfinals, I don't want to say they disappointed compared to the rest of the matches, but there were only really 2 of them that were competitive just due to the matchups. Fix blew out Erneste. Suriano blew out Lizak, which we for whatever reason, for Ethan Lizak, that's about worst case scenario.
We keep saying it and it held true. The worst possible matchup proved prophetic. We said it last night, followed through this morning. Suriano looked just dominant.
Looked great. So Pletcher beats Phillippi. And then DeSanto Micic wasn't, even though it's 3-2, wasn't really that close. So, for those who did see it, I thought there was 2 stall calls within the course of 10 seconds. It was like a stall call and then a push out, also stalled call. So that's how Austin DeSanto got his 2 points. He didn't choose bottom. He didn't get an escape when he got taken down. So even though it's 3-2, Micic won every single position.
Yeah, I mean, it was as dominant and controlling of a 3-2 match as you could possibly get.
That's like us. Remember we were impressed by someone losing by tech fall?
Yeah,
and
Glorious tech fall.
It was impressive. 3-2.
Dominant 3-2 win.
Okay, Pletcher Fix.
Pletcher Fix. I mean, this is as well as I've seen Pletcher wrestle. I mean, he's been dominant. He
really has.
I mean, he hasn't
been
tested. He's been in complete control. I'm going with Fix. Fix is the guy I picked. You know, he's continues to impress. I mean, they made it through the gauntlet. You know, the toughest weight, one of the toughest weights ever.
Yep.
4 men remain standing. Pretty much not a big surprise. I am happy that Micic is in there. I was going to be disappointed if he was really, really injured.
And he's not. He looks good.
And he's not. He looks good. You know, I'm going with Fix here. You know, I think Pletcher's...
Okay, bottom side, Suriano Micic.
I am going with Micic.
I'm going Suriano.
Okay.
All right. And then so we're not going to do this with every bracket, but this is our favorite bracket. So, Matt, I want to run through blood round.
This deserves... There's so many quality matches. There's so many...
We go one more round.
I mean, we could almost go to the previous round.
Yeah.
Consolation.
I mean, Gomez Bridges was a crazy overtime match. Thornton Young was a really good match winner on the wire. So here's what we got for the blood round. Let's do fire picks. So you got to say it as soon as I say it. Bravo Young versus Phillippi.
RBY.
Phillippi. Tariq Wilson, John Erneste.
Erneste.
Gomez DeSanto in the blood round.
I'm going with DeSanto.
I'm going Gomez again.
Okay.
He upset him in Carver Hawkeye. If you can beat a man in Carver Hawkeye, who's a Hawkeye, you should be able to beat him here.
This is true.
Gomez DeSanto, blood round. Last one. This is the most mind-blowing one of everything, Matt. We got number 31. There's only 33 seeds. We got number 31, Mason Pengilly against Ethan Lizak. How did he make it all the way there? I got to look at his path.
We thought for sure that 31 was the highest possible.
Yeah.
Last person standing.
Well, we were wrong.
But we were wrong.
There's
a 33. There's a 33.
A 33, yeah. Devin Kane. Yep. So, so Mason Pengilly loses to Steven Micic, beats Gary Reinhardt, and beats Matthew Schmidt, beats David Feldman. Boom, bang.
And
nice.
Let's see if he can put a backpack on tonight and take it home.
Wait, when do you want to be out? When do you want to take the backpack off?
He wants to rip the backpack
get the backpack off.
True.
I'll take him. All right, 41. We got. And this was. I don't feel like this is ever in the balance, but this was a fun match. Yanni Dom Demas.
I mean, Demas.
He has his good.
Demas. He didn't put Yanni in danger, but he made him think at least. Like Yanni showed his athleticism. A lot of times we talk about how technical he is, how good he is at scramble positions.
But he's a high-level athlete also.
He showed his athleticism because Dom Demas is flat out one of the best athletes in the entire tournament. Yes. He was throwing everything at Yanni, and Yanni was just had an answer for everything. For everything.
Ninja skills, Yanni. Ironman handles Kyle Shoup from Lehigh, Lockhaven. So we have Yanni and Ironman, which I love Jaden Ironman. It's a tough matchup. I think we're going to get it. You know, Jaden has beaten him once. Yanni's beaten him twice, I believe. Or twice. Semis last year, this year. Beat him twice. So hopefully we have a nice close match. You know, who knows? Maybe Jaden can sneak a cradle in there on him or something.
So who do you got?
Yanni.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so good.
He is.
Okay. Nick Lee, Joey McKenna, and we talked about this, Matt. You know, Ohio State Buckeyes, they've been on freaking fire. They've been on fire. They went 5 for 5 in the quarterfinals.
It's something we talked about last night. To have success at the NCAA tournament, it's how long can you sustain momentum? You know? And when you lose momentum, how quickly can you recapture it? What Ohio State's been to do, they've probably been the most consistent team every single session for 3 sessions.
They're 5. I'll give you this. Okay, not maybe their whole team, but they're 5 studs. Pletcher, McKenna, Jordan, Miles Martin, Colin Moore. They're 5 studs. They haven't had an off match. You know, sometimes you see guys have an off match, they almost lose. They haven't had those 5 haven't had an off match.
They've been
crushing people.
Yeah.
And they have Buckeyes got Keyshawn in the round of 12, and that's it though, right? Because Smith's out, Keyshawn's out, Heinzelman's out, and Singletary's out. Yep. So
they have 6 alive.
6 left.
5 in the front side, 1 on the back side.
So their chances of catching Penn State are slim to none. But they're in a solid position where they could pick second.
I think we talked about this at the end of the session. Going into
they're
this tournament,
13.5 points back.
This is more of a conversation than we thought we were going to have. Talking about
I don't feel like it's the conversation though. I feel like
it is a conversation.
My conversation is Ohio State's wrestling great. But they still can't beat Penn State.
They still can't beat Penn State, but nobody... We would have guessed Penn State would have been 30-plus up.
Well, we don't know because Penn State could win all 6 tonight, and Ohio State could go 2-3.
I mean, that's gonna.
We don't know.
I mean, that's the thing for Ohio State to keep Penn State within reach. They've got to match them win for win from here.
Okay,
on out.
well here's your first one, Matt. Mason. Oh my gosh, what was that? Joey McKenna or Nick Lee?
Well,
you picked Lee, didn't you? No, you picked McKenna.
I picked McKenna.
Okay,
and
I picked
he hasn't
McKenna.
I mean,
and I'm going with McKenna.
I'm sticking with McKenna. He's looked phenomenal. I mean, he's looked
good.
He's
really
phenomenal.
Good. And Nick Lee, Max Muir wrestled tough. Nick Lee only beats Max Muir 4-1, which Muir obviously has had a good tournament, but if you said prior to yesterday, Nick Lee only beats Max Muir 4-1.
Yeah, when we're talking about momentum, the tale of 2 sessions, Iowa yesterday, Iowa this morning. And they followed up a phenomenal round last night. They kind of, not that they came back down to earth, but they were wrestling above their seeds, above their head all day yesterday.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, when you reach the quarterfinals, when the rubber meets the road, it's hard. I mean, if you've already stepped your game up 2 or 3 levels, it's hard to find one more gear.
Yes.
And it didn't look like Iowa could find that extra gear today.
Yeah, definitely not. All right, 149. Anthony Ashnault beats up on Jarrett Deegan. Not much to talk about there. Kolodzik controls Brock Mueller 5-3. So we got a rematch. Ashnault Kolodzik on the bottom side. Austin O'Connor beats Mitch Feinsfielder 3-1, and Micah Jordan kind of hammers Patrick Lugo 10-3. Not super competitive. I don't think there's anything too exciting to talk about there. Let's go ahead and pick the semifinals. Ashnault Kolodzik. Schnaulty. He's gonna put. Are you saying he's gonna put 10 on him? Is he gonna put 10 on him?
Well,
what do you think?
He knows he can do it. I'm saying 8. I'm saying he put 8 on the board.
That's fair. Schnaulty's been looking great.
He's been looking really
good. I'm gonna go with 10. I think you're right. I think he's gonna get 10. Micah Jordan, Austin O'Connor.
Micah. I mean,
Micah's looked great also.
He's looked dominant. Just dominant.
Totally dominant. Okay. 157. Our first. I think we had a few good matches. So we talked about how many hands to the face calls there'll be. It cost Alec Pantaleo this match. He puts the hands to the face, ties it up, puts it in overtime. Hidley gets to take down in overtime.
It's a shame. I mean, we've said it all year. It came to fruition that hands to the face is going to determine an outcome of a big-time match, which it did.
Big-time match.
Hopefully.
But, okay, listen.
No,
it could be, okay, it could be worse, though. Because they could have ruined his national championship hopes. But they didn't ruin his national championship hopes because he had to face Jason Knowles next round anyways.
True.
And that was going to ruin his national championship hopes.
It may at least give him a glimmer of hope on the backside to say finish strong. But unfortunate. Hopefully we don't see it in the next 2 rounds in the semifinals or tomorrow night. We hope. But it did determine the outcome of the match, which is unfortunate. But no, you can't take it away from Hidley. It was still
someone got it done.
Someone had to get the takedown in overtime.
Yep.
He got the takedown. Absolutely.
Okay, Jason Knowles, he looked like the Hodge winner today, beating Christian Pagdulau 23-6, total beatdown. Caleb Young goes out, gets the first 2 takedowns against Ryan Deacon. Deacon comes back and ties it, sends it to overtime, and Caleb Young wins. I did not think, and I realize he's 16. I didn't think Caleb Young was this good. I think he's looked pretty good all tournament, including a smashing of Keyshawn Hayes last round. I still am not going to pick him over Tyler Berger. Berger's looked really good also.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb Young's opened my eyes. I didn't think he had
offense.
I didn't think he had the arsenal to match Deacon. And he came out attacking, firing, scoring those takedowns, taking the fight to him. That's what you have to do in big time situations. You can't sit back and hope a good break comes your way. You got to make your own breaks.
I agree. Okay. So Noel Fidley.
No.
Next topic.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Okay. Bonus or no?
Yeah, I'm saying bonus.
Ooh, I'm saying no bonus. I think Hidley's going to slow him down.
I'm saying major.
Okay. I'm saying he wins by about 4 only. Okay. Berger Young.
Berger. I think a rematch of the Big Ten Finals.
Okay. I'm going Berger also. All right, now let's start this bracket. This might be our favorite bracket now. This is our second favorite bracket. It might be our favorite bracket now.
It's definitely your favorite bracket now.
I love 165. 165 is on fire. All right. Okay, so it starts out hot. Evan Wick fall over Chance Marsteller. They get in a scramble. Evan had the takedown. I thought Chance held on too long, cradles him up. Boom, pins him.
It was surprising that Marsteller didn't have that mat awareness. I think
I don't know what he was doing. I mean, obviously Evan's a cradler.
Yeah,
he knows it's coming. Yeah. Yeah, that was surprising.
And I mean, he's got to remember a year ago at the NCAA tournament what
He got
did to
killed
him
last year.
on top. So
Yes. I don't know what he was thinking.
yeah,
Maybe he just didn't want to get like tech fault, so he said, "Okay, it's pin me right
just
away."
end it.
Just finish this. Shields beat Styrd easy, and then listen, these two matches, Marinelli, Lewis, White, Joseph, they're going on at the same time. They end at the same time, and the arena was electric. Everyone was on fire. So Alex Marinelli loses to Micky Lewis, 3-1. In what was a one takedown match, and really, I would say before the one takedown, neither one of them was very close to getting the takedown in regulation.
It seemed like I mean, normally there's a feeling out period, especially in big time matches. It felt like they felt each other out for 7 straight.
Well,
minutes.
I'll tell you the one thing that I really noticed because I was commenting on the fact that these guys wrestled at Junior World Trials last year, 2018. Micky was scored off a lot of reattacks, right? So Marinelli shoots, boom, reattack, and he's got this like cross pick. I don't even know what you call it. Where he goes the other leg when boom is like this.
Well, it's the old Zadok technique. That's where he
off of the reattack though, he puts it together really.
Yeah.
And so if you watch this match, one of the things when Marinelli shot, he never came all the way back up. He kind of came halfway up, and you saw them stuck in a front headlock position a lot. And I think Marinelli knew, hey, this is somewhere he got me last time. I can't let him get to these positions again. I have to, and so he changed up his style a little bit.
As you know, in these situations, you can't wrestle defensively. You can't wrestle worst case scenarios. If you wrestle with worst case scenarios in mind, the worst case scenario is always gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it looked to me.
And he spent a lot of time in that for headlock position.
Yeah.
A lot.
It just looked to me that he was too concerned about something bad happening, and you can't worry about bad things happening, or they will. And they eventually did. He held them off until the end of the match, and then eventually Lewis got to him.
I agree. So, Joseph White, awesome match. I mean, Isaiah White was doing some ninja stuff. Do you think Isaiah White should get called for stalling? Because the crowd sure thought that. They were going nuts. I mean, it was a very biased crowd. Obviously.
It's biased. A total Penn State bias. Like, I give the ref credit. I didn't think it was. I think if he could, but there was definitely some influence in the arena. I'm
Joseph's not the most aggressive person either.
No, I'm glad the ref made someone step up and win the match. Yes. And, give Joseph credit. I mean, this guy, he's ice. In big-time moments, like nothing fazed him. Same expression, same demeanor, walking to the center. Even after he loses, like, yeah, I did it again. Are you surprised? I did it again. Really? At this point, he's like looking to the crowd like, are you really surprised at this point that I won right at the end?
Absolutely.
Come on. That's my MO.
Yeah. So he's got Josh Shields. Were these guys high school teammates? I think they're both young guns, right?
I know they were club teammates.
The club teammates.
I'm not sure high school teammates.
Shields is Franklin Regional. Right. I don't think Joseph's Pittsburgh Central Catholic.
Yeah.
Hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Flow guys seem to think the hometown thing is a very big deal. I'm gonna go with.
Well, it's another hometown.
Semi-big deal.
Shields.
Hometown.
This is Shields.
No. But Shields is from Franklin Regional, which is like down that way a little bit.
Yeah, like
over a couple rivers.
Yeah, it's 5 miles away, right?
We'll go with 10. I don't know.
So who are we going with? I'm going with Joseph.
Joseph Wick.
Joseph Wick.
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah, I actually think. I think if Wick gets on top of Lewis,
I think that's what I feel like too.
Bad things.
And I mean, Wick is and obviously I am a little biased, but I've also been watching him on this. He's confident enough he'll choose top.
Yeah,
he's not scared of it. He'll boom and then.
I mean, you said it at the beginning of this week, like he's looking, feeling as good as he's looked all year. I mean, you said that.
Absolutely. So we'll see. He obviously he had 3 losses to Marinelli, all super close this year. He's not going to face him. So I think Micky Lewis, in my opinion, kind of a favorable matchup. Hopefully, and then he's going to have Vincenzo Joseph in the finals. It looks like. All right. Wait, I do want to mention one wrestle back here since this is our second favorite bracket. We're allowed to. We got Logan Massa, Alex Marinelli. Unreal. Blood round. That's a serious blood round match. And Marcelo Romero's not a bad blood round match either.
I mean, I kind of regret. I mean, there's so many of these matches returning All-Americans. There's going to be so many returning All-Americans that are not going.
Well, I believe we already had some knocked out. Let's see.
Yeah.
So
let's try.
Last round, Joe Smith was knocked out.
Right.
T-Shot Campbell never All-American, right?
No.
Okay. Branson Ashworth, did he ever All-American? He was knocked out 2 rounds ago.
I thought he plays.
Joe Smith? Jacoby. That's the next weight class.
Let's just...
Okay,
yeah.
keep going.
Let's stick with the winners bracket. Let's
stick with the winners bracket.
Then...
But I love 165.
Yeah.
Okay, 174. I'm gonna go first. Daniel Lewis. I will tell you, I'm a Daniel Lewis fan. I'm a Mizzou fan. I was doubting that Daniel Lewis could beat Zahid Valencia going into this week. Daniel Lewis has been super Hulk smashed. I mean, Mikey Labrola is a good wrestler. He took him down twice, crunched him with a cradle, pinned him, game over.
3 for 3.
3 pins. He's only
guy in the tournament.
Only guy in the tournament with 3 pins.
On the top side. On the winner's side. That's pinned his way through the tournament so far.
3 for 3 with pins. Only guy. So he's looked great. He'd look good over pin over Ben Harvey. Hall does Mark Hall things. He wins 5-3. I didn't even Lujan. I didn't feel like he had any ability to take down.
It's a Mark Hall type match. I mean, again, a dominant 5-3. If there is such a thing,
there is
a dominant 5-3.
Yes.
So what we've said kind of all season has forms held true. Top 4 guys all in the semifinals as they should be. Yes. Rightfully so. Yep. Far and away the 4 best guys.
I mean, the Cutler Amin match, it was so close to going the other way in that it went overtime, 30-30 overtime, and Amin got the takedown in the second. But so let me think. How does this go? Okay, Amin got ridden out, and then Cutler was on bottom, and he was so if they called the reversal, I don't think anyone would have been upset about it. But he ended up sticking with it, not giving up. So it goes in the next overtime. Amin wins. Really, that was a really, really, really good match.
But these are the matches everyone, at least for 174, these are the 2 matches that people wanted to see for the semifinals. So I'm glad we've got that. The most deserving guys, I think. So it'll be interesting. I've got Mark Hall.
I'm going to go Daniel Lewis, Mark Hall.
And I'm sticking with Daniel Lewis again.
If Mark Hall beats Miles Amin again 3-2, I'm going to be super annoyed. How can you do the same score every time?
Book it.
You think that's a bet? Do you understand betting odds? Do you gamble a lot?
No.
Okay.
But what's the over-under on the most?
So not an over-under. So what they do is there's certain things. So in fighting, so how it goes, if it says plus 200, what it means is if you bet $100 and that result happens, you'll get $200, right? You win. If it's minus, so say it's minus 200, you have to bet $200, and if you win, you get 100. So if it's minus, it's bad because you're not earning much money. So my question to you is, what would Mark Hall, Miles Amin be for a 3-2 decision? What would the odds be for? Because I'm saying it's more likely than not. So I'm saying it's gonna be a minus 200 where you got to bet.
It's got to be
$200 to win 100.
I would almost say minus 400 because of what the last 4 matches have been.
So you got to bet $400 only to win 100. That's sure. Yeah.
I mean, are you going to be that surprised when it's 3-2? Are you?
No, but am I going to put? How much money am I going to put on that? I'm nervous to put my. I don't think I'd bet on it.
Or do we see?
Well, and then you know the way betting odds. Okay,
let me ask you this: Are we going to see the Mark Hall that we saw in the semifinals last year when we thought it was going to be a close match, and he came and kind of dominated the match that we thought?
He hasn't given me anything to believe that.
But he didn't give you any reason up until that point last year either, and then he kind of busted it loose in the semifinals.
Let's go a little further on the gambling lines. Okay, so here's what happened: the book sets a line, right? What I told you, and then. If if that's say minus 400 and no one's betting on that, everyone's betting on the other side of it, then the line will keep coming back, keep coming back to, and so it balances where everyone bets to. I don't think everyone's betting 4-1 on that result. I think it's gonna be more like 2-1 ish, maybe close to even.
Well, I mean, if you take a poll of the crowd, there's gonna be some Penn State bias. They're gonna jump in.
The Penn State money's throwing it.
Penn State's.
Throwing in. They got the big money. That's why the NLWC's got all them wrestlers. All right, 184. Man, our man Chip Ness comes through with the second ripper. Then the UNC fan said he's got 2 rippers.
To our UNC fan out there, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he said he had a 2-rip maximum.
2-rip maximum.
2-rip maximum.
So he's going to lose to Drew Foster tonight.
But he's on the podium. He'll take that, right?
He'll take it.
But
UNC's got 2 in the semis.
They do.
That's good.
Do
they have anyone else in the tournament still?
I think they've got another guy. I want to say they got 3 guys.
UNC. Oh, Devin Kane.
Yeah.
Devin Kane's left in. So they have 2 in the semis, 1 in the respect.
Number 33.
Number 33. That could be our lowest. See, that's kind of boring that they get a number 33 All-American in year 1. And we don't know that he's got All-American. But that would mean next year, there's no way we could have a lower-seeded guy All-American.
Right.
I'd like to take it at least a few years to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I really want Coleman to have another All-American. I'd
Sure.
love to see it. But you would also you hate right out of the gates. Like the first time you seed 1 through 33 and a 33 seed, you say it the first time at the tournament. A first time the 33 seed comes through and makes
First
the podium.
year one.
Right.
Year one. Yep. Okay. Then we got Max Dean. So Foster beats Zavatsky. I mean, that one wasn't that close. Foster Zavatsky.
And that surprised me. I
Really?
I thought it was going to be tighter. But Zavatsky at times has shown a tendency to have an outlier here or there.
Yeah.
He didn't. I thought Zavatsky was looking really good all tournament. And then Foster just totally. I mean, he's not a guy. Foster's not a guy that a lot of people are talking about, but he's dominated. He's controlled the tournament.
I accidentally turned on our comments, Matt. I shouldn't have looked at them. Someone said, if Massa beats Marinelli, will he flex on brands? I'm not even going to answer that.
No.
All right. Wow. Have you you power doubled Aaron Ansbach? He was a heavyweight. You didn't do that.
Phil Baumberger, right? Coach.
I remember
Coach
Phil.
Phil's a beast wrestling for us at Penn State. You are correct. In my younger days, Phil.
Aaron wasn't trying to put the beef on you, though.
No.
Because you're like a 141 pounder.
If he beefed me, he'd have flapjacked me. I mean, I would have been on the floor.
It's too funny. Okay. Foster Ness, who you picking?
I'm going Foster. I think he's wrestled he's controlled everybody. I think's gonna hold true. I actually think Max Dean has wrestled really, really good. He's got a style that could maybe somewhat slow down Miles Martin, but he can't stop him.
He can't stop him.
He can slow him down, but at a certain
Price
point,
has a great style to slow people down too, and Miles tortured him.
Yeah.
Wasn't close.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we're going to go, you're going Miles, obviously.
Yep.
I'm going Miles. I think it's one of the most obvious picks in the tournament. I'm going Chip Ness out of Rippers. Chip Ness losing to Drew Foster. So we got Foster. Has you and I had an NCAA finalist since Doug got there? I don't believe
since
so.
He's been there because Cologne
never made the
Cologne
finals.
never made the finals, but he plays. No, I think this would be Doug's first.
Yeah, NCAA
NCAA
finalist.
finals. So, yeah, good.
Go Doug Schwab. We were talking about. There's a lot of young coaches doing a good job. We are kind of talking about today. You mentioned how good Keith Gavin was doing.
Keith.
You didn't mention it. Well, you mentioned it.
I've mentioned Keith.
Someone else.
Scott Moore, Keith Gavin doing phenomenal jobs.
One of my other buddies said how good both it was the pair. He said the pairing of Keith and Jordan Lean did a great job together. So they are doing a good job. That is for sure. All right, 197. Nickel smashes, but no pin, so not your normal nickel fall. Nathan Traxler. Our man Thomas Lane. Matt, okay, listen, it was competitive. He did a good job, but he rides out for the loss. You know, what the hell's he doing? The point's not to get it close. The point's to win.
At a certain point, I mean, we talked about it earlier, it was looking like he thought he was going to get a stalling call.
But you can't, I mean, at some point, there's got to be like, you know, like the mountain climbers. I don't know if do you ever get into mountain climbing? Sometimes I get into these things and I just read like 15 books on the topic.
Yeah.
Okay, have you read them?
No.
So what they have, when they go to the top of Everest, here's what they do. And this is what Thomas Lane should have done. And you guys could take this advice. So what they have a time. And they say, if I'm not to the top of Everest by 1 p.m., no matter what happens at 1 p.m., I'm turning back. Because what they do is they'll get so close. They'll see it. It's 200 feet away, right? But those 200 feet, they're at 30,000 feet. So 200 feet might take them an hour, right? And the weather often turns in the afternoon. So for all these people that climb, there's a turnaround time. You have to turn around at 1 p.m. Even if you can see it and it's right there. Doesn't matter. That's what Thomas Lane should have. He should have said, at 45 seconds, at 30 seconds, you pick a time. And if I have a tournament, and I don't care what it feels like. I don't care if I've gotten close to turning 5 times. At 30 seconds,
gotta cut bait.
I will cut it.
You have to cut bait.
Yes.
And typically that's the strategy you talk about pre-match.
Yes.
Or even in between periods, like, hey, ride him for 30, give everything you can. If you can't turn him in 30, we're cutting him no matter what. You can't wait for a ref to give you a call in that situation.
I mean, it's just not. It's
you
so
have
unlikely.
to make your own breaks. You have to score your points, and it's like.
I thought he was going to upset him for a minute. I mean,
I did. Like he's wrestled a great tournament. It just looked like from an execution standpoint, from a tactical standpoint, something. Didn't connect there in the short time.
Absolutely. All right, Preston Weigel, quick fall over Christian Bruner, and then the Tom Slay Colin Moore match was outstanding. Colin Moore just on fire in the first period, gets 4 takedowns, gets a reversal right away, start the second, up 10-3, and then Tom Slay starts making it happen, gets a reversal, a takedown third period, and I think it ended up being 13-11 at its closest point, but then Colin Moore gets the escape, the takedown to win 17-11. A highly entertaining match. I'm sure Ohio State's coaching staff did not want it to be this close and did not want Colin Moore to have that letdown the second, early third period before he regained control of the match.
Yeah, but you'll take it at this point. You got to have a short memory.
Well, especially when we talk about Ohio State's previous quarterfinals, Matt. Not one of those did you say there was a question mark there.
Right.
Well, you go through them and it's easy win, easy win, easy win, easy win. So hey, one of you guys has got to have a little fight.
Yeah, talking about the odds. The odds are one guy's going to have his hands full a little more than maybe you expected.
All right. Okay, your picks. Nickel, Brookie.
Nickel.
Okay, I'm going to ask the same question as Noel.
Pin.
You're going pin.
Yep.
He's going to pin Patrick. I'm going to go decision.
Okay.
I think Brookie's going to do this. He's a Princeton guy, so he's got to have the brain power to figure out you can't underhook Nickel, and you probably shouldn't shoot on him too often. Like, if I'm Patrick Brookie, I'm only shooting. I'm just going to freaking do this really hard, and then I'm only going to shoot with like 15 seconds left in the period. So maybe something small, a little bad can happen, but nothing too bad can happen.
I mean, if he goes in full lockdown mode, it can be a decision. If he actually tries, this is the thing that's unfortunate. I guess you kind of have to employ that strategy.
You have to.
Because that's the only,
if you don't, you're an idiot.
Only shot you have.
Yes.
Because he knows if he actually tries to engage him, but with Bo Nickel.
You're not beating Bo Nickel in a firefight.
Oh, you're not just going to get beat. You're going to get beat down. You're going to get humiliated.
Yes.
You're going to get pinned. So if he actually attempts to wrestle Nickel, it's going to end up badly. Yes. So he only has one option. Yes. And unfortunately, that's not the style of match the fans want to see or anybody wants to see. But
Bo Nickel's going to try to force the action if that's what happens. So.
But, this is the only shot Brookie has. He has to employ these tactics. Yep. So don't complain. Don't bitch if he just tries to lock it down, slow it down. Like, he has to do it.
Yes, has to do it. Okay, more Weigel.
I'm going Weigel. I think I think Weigel's more athletic. I think.
Do you think Weigel can ride him?
I don't even know if he'll have to ride him.
Really?
I don't even know if he'll have to ride him. I think because in this situation, there's only one man in this bracket that Colin Moore fears, and that's Bo Nickel.
So you're saying Bo Nickel's going to be on his mind?
I think everybody else, Colin Moore is just like, I'm going to get in a shootout with you, and I will beat you. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to try and do that with Weigel, and I think Weigel's a little bit more athletic. Weigel's going to get the better of him.
Okay. I think that Weigel can ride Colin Moore, and that's why I'm picking him. So he's super tough on top.
I think he can ride him. I'm just saying, I don't even think he'll have to. I think he's straight up just
going to beat him on his feet, too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're both going Weigel, Nickel. Last bracket, heavyweight. I made a bad pick here. I said last night that I thought Desi Stevenson was a thing. Gable proved me wrong. It wasn't a thing. It was an ass-whipping contest, and Gable put it on him. I was just super impressed. I don't think I've seen him, I don't know what you want to call it, but motivated wrestling. I mean, he was like just on fire the whole time. Super impressed by Gable Stevenson.
I mean, you definitely know it's burning from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's burning bad. And he's the one out of all the quarterfinals, he's the one that really separated himself.
Yeah.
He made a statement in this round.
Because Derek White didn't look great.
Hasn't
looked great all tournament.
Kassar didn't look great.
Falling 4-0 over Hilger. And Wood, he does what he has to do, but he barely beats Sam Stoll. It's only 2-0. Doesn't look good either. So Stevenson is the only one, to your point, that looks good in the quarters. So do you think Stevenson is going to turn it around? I'm going to go with yes.
I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm not going to second guess. I picked Kassar. Okay. I'm going to stay with Kassar. And Kassar's got the confidence. He knows if I get to this guy's leg, I can finish.
Yes.
And so it's, hey, Kassar, give yourself more opportunities to get to the leg. You were 1 for 1 last time.
Yep.
Give yourself a few more opportunities, and hopefully you can create some separation this time.
Absolutely. All right, Jordan Wood, Derek White.
I'm going to go with experience here. I'm going to go with Derek White. Even though I'm with you, I don't think he's wrestled.
White, yeah.
I don't think he's looked good all tournament, but he's got experience. He's got age. Even though he hasn't been in the starting lineup a long time for Oklahoma State, he's been in some big-time matches.
Yeah.
So he knows how to navigate. He knows how to navigate those matches even when he's not his best.
Yeah, so we're going to go with, I'm going to go with the upstate Jordan Wood.
Okay.
Lehigh guy in the finals. So that's quarterfinal recap, semifinal preview. Okay, let's go team race. We mentioned this. We didn't talk deeply about it. Let's just talk about in the first four, kind of where they thought they were. I said that Michigan and Missouri would be on the outside looking in. They are. Penn State.
It's kind of like
good day, not great day, right?
Good day, not great day. And I think we could say that about yesterday too. They had a good day, not great day, but as great as they are.
And we're so used to is Penn State overperforming at the NCAAs.
Right.
We're used to seeing them get this bump, wrestle their peak, and just kind of across the way. Brady Berge got knocked out. We're just kind of not seeing that.
Berge got knocked out. Rashid got knocked out.
We didn't even talk about that.
Number 2 seed gets knocked out.
I think that's the only number 1 or 2 that's out of the tournament.
Yeah.
Correct?
And this is one of the first, correct me if I'm wrong, and somebody out there could probably look it up and tell us, but I think that's probably the first 1 or 2 seed
from Penn State?
Penn State
it's got to be.
That's ever been knocked out.
They've been so consistent.
Since Kale's been there.
This is not all American.
I would say if you've been ranked 1 or 2 during Kale's tenure, I believe you've made the finals every time.
What about Gilbon? Was he ever that high?
I
thought he was 2 once. Are you sure?
Ranked that high? He might have got.
Someone help us in our comments. In our comments, was Jimmy Gilbon ever that high?
During the year, I know he was. I don't know at the tournament.
At the end of the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know by tournament time if he ever was ranked that high.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Hold on. So Ohio State, we mentioned them.
Wrestling,
their day really couldn't have gone better.
Yeah, I think this is a team that people were talking about potentially them being in 5th place.
Especially look at Matt, they're 24
and now there's
points up.
Clear separation. Iowa. 1 and 2 is already settled. Now
looks like look at it. Look how big of the gaps are.
Now you're really fighting for
almost nothing. Iowa's just barely above Missouri and Michigan.
For 4th, but 1st, 2nd, 3rd looks like it's locked up.
I guess if Oklahoma State has a terrible, if Oklahoma State or Ohio State have a terrible semis, Iowa has a great blood round because Iowa's got 6 in the blood round compared to 1 for Ohio State and 2 for Oklahoma State. That is a big difference.
It's really going to come down to probably tomorrow morning.
Minnesota's got 6 in the blood round too.
It's going to come down to tomorrow, the medal matches to really determine it. Even though it looks like there's separation, a lot of things. There's a lot more.
If Ohio State has a great round tonight, they're going to be number 2. Yeah. It's going to be over.
And really, now let's see. Iowa and Okie State have kind of reversed roles in between. Yesterday, Okie State took it on the chin. Iowa State was rolling. Today, Okie State kind of got momentum.
I realized Oklahoma State was in 3rd place, and I realized they have 4 semifinals is good. But, man, it's hard to me to say Oklahoma State is good. Jacoby's out. Joe Smith is out. Caden Gefeller is out. That's so when you're saying that, Dakota Gear's around 12, and Cade Brock is around 12. But when you're saying all those guys, those 3 guys are out, man, that's hard for me to say that they've had a successful tournament. It's really hard.
Especially the way they performed all year.
Yes.
And you pointed it out, how they kind of manhandled Iowa in a duel. Obviously, a duel is different than a tournament situation, but still, based upon that performance, you would have thought. I really thought coming into the tournament that Okie State was probably not a clear, but a number 2. In my mind, a number 2.
So I think, okay, listen. I think Ohio State's at least going to win a few matches. But if Oklahoma State wins, let's see, they're favored at 25, they're favored at 33, they're not favored at 97, but they could win that match.
But they could.
They're favored at heavyweights. They're favored in 3 out of 4. If they win 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4 tonight, Oklahoma State is going to creep very close into 2nd place, and they're going to put it to rest with Iowa, where Iowa's not going to be able to catch them because obviously if Pitch wins, that means Spencer loses. And I think you're probably saying that Caleb Young is also not the favorite over Tyler Berger.
Right.
So it's going to be hard for them to put that many points on the board unless they go somehow. It's hard to do if they go flawless in the round of 12. They're going to get a whole bunch of points there. So it may be possible. All right, let's go to questions. I know we've seen a whole bunch. Let me see. Saw some good ones. Gomez, DeSanto. Who do you pick? I picked Gomez. You picked DeSanto?
I picked DeSanto. Should be a great. I think there could be some fireworks.
Absolutely.
There could be more fireworks than just wrestling in this match, especially when everything's on the line to get to the podium.
And Gomez is he's kind of a little spark plug too. So
yeah.
All right. Who impressed you most in the last round?
Wow, I would.
I'm gonna say Daniel Lewis. I think Daniel was good, but the way he just went out and manhandled Michael Labiola, that was really impressive to me. I thought the Wick Marcelo match would be closer, so I was really impressed by that one. And then the guy who just reinforced it for me, and I called this result, but then just watching him do it again was Nick Suriano, just hammer smashing Lizak, who's NCAA finalist, really good wrestler, just dominates him.
And we kind of knew that was going to happen, but not like that. I didn't picture a fall by Suriano. So yeah.
Well, Gillibon's highest seed was 6th.
Okay, but I think
you're right. Yeah.
I think during the regular season he was up around 1 or 2 at some point.
Yeah,
but
makes sense.
Yeah.
Rashid should have been a 4 at best. I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy right now. Like with you, it's easy to look like a genius when you've been calling Okie State and what John Smith.
Yeah.
When it pans out like this.
Yes.
Right.
Poorly.
But it very easily could have gone on the flip side. But as a coach, you're paid to make tough decisions. John Smith tried to make a tough decision. He made the best informed decision he could. It didn't play out for him, but hey, it's a lot tougher than it appears.
I mean, the Oklahoma City thing, the one thing I was bashing the most, it was Dakota Gear. I thought he was the least likely.
And he's the one on the
He's
podium.
the one in the round. Well, he's not in the podium yet. Round 12. So he's close.
Which I had pointed that out. Like,
you had a Gear on the podium, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Aruja or Faust? Faust. Who you got?
Well, I think Faust always gets it's big. I think he's going to cut weight. So I think in a situation like this, he's going to.
But everyone thought Vitali was huge too.
Vito's been doing great with his weight.
The weight cut seems fine.
I just think this late at night, I don't think size should play a difference, but I think Faust is going to be fat, knowing that it's all or nothing. I'll make weight. I'll make weight at some point. I'll stay up all night making weight, but I got to be feeling my best. Yeah. So
I think tonight they also do the match after round 12. So tonight you're going to be top 6 or you're going to be out of the tournament.
Right. I think Aruja. I like Aruja.
Okay.
So I'm going with him. You?
I'll go Aruja also. I think you're right. Let's go. Is Okie State's weight cutting emphasis hurting them? I will tell you the one thing I disagree with John Smith on. John Smith is still old school in the weight cutting. I think. Yes. I mean, when you look, the most obvious example is Penn State. They don't cut. I mean, I think Ohio State is the same thing. They don't cut a lot of weight with a 1 hour weigh-in, with a multiple day weigh-in. Cutting a lot of weight is not beneficial to
and
success.
It's just not this weekend. It's the cumulative effect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of the whole year. The last 4 months.
Year. Yeah.
And especially when it comes from a motivation standpoint, when you're miserable for 4 to 5 months straight, it's not good. And it's bad practices. Bad attitude, everything.
And people would be amazed, like, what the crazy thoughts that go through kids' head. Like, I don't want to make weight tomorrow. Like, kids think that.
I don't want to go to practice. I don't want to do this.
Practice.
Yes.
Or tonight, you're in the All-American round, and some kids could be thinking, I don't want to make weight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, screw
and,
this.
the thing with John Smith is John Smith's one of the toughest human beings on the planet. So it's not, he never had those thoughts.
No.
But he's also got to realize every one of these kids is not the toughest human being on the planet. And I need to kind of see where they're at and kind of let them off the hook. So I think... John Smith, I wish he wouldn't have his guys cut quite as much weight. Marinelli upset. We talked about that. Let's see. UNC. We had 2 UNC guys in the semis. Elam or Hilger. That's a tough one for me. Wisconsin versus Missouri.
Oh, it's coming in. Your heart and your soul are fighting against each other.
For me, this one, Hilger's been better all year. Elam's had some really good performances, but some really bad performances, kind of up and down. Hilger's been kind of, his one bad loss was Conan Jennings, which Conan Jennings is the most up and down guy ever. So it's kind of excusable. Besides that, he really hasn't had any bad losses, had a bunch of good wins. So I'm going Trent Hilger for the freshman All-American. This heavyweight bracket is going to turn into a lot of fun in the next couple of years. There's a lot of really, really good young guys, and those are 2 of them.
And the young guys coming in.
Yeah, Colton
Schultz, all those guys coming in. It's going to get... We're going to revisit heavyweight from 3 or 4 years ago. We're just loaded top to bottom.
Really, really good. Amin. Oh, someone says Amin's going to win 3-2. I don't think so. I'm going Hall 3-2. Jordan over Astronaut. We're not picking the finals. We're going to pick the finals after tonight. We're talking about finals. Betting site. Is there a betting site? I think there is.
I think there is.
I don't know which one.
It is.
I haven't been gambling on this. I should gamble on the wrestling. I should know the best. Pletcher's chances versus Fix. I'm gonna say
you gotta like him. Pletcher's right. I mean, he's
not
nails. Pletcher's
I mean,
looked really, really good. I don't think.
But
it's
Daton's
gonna
just so
matter.
good. It's so hard to beat him. I mean, the one thing that I believe Phillippi, from what I heard, I didn't watch him, Phillippi rode Daton for a little bit.
Yeah.
And Pletcher just doesn't have any riding skills at all.
Right.
I mean, it's not like he's the backpack Lizak.
I'm not going to be surprised. I mean, I think it'll be a competitive match. I don't think Pletcher's got the tools to overcome Fix. But hey, Ohio State's been wrestling unbelievably the whole tournament. Let's see if they can.
All right, Matt,
continue
here's
to
a
do
good
it.
one. Which Penn State guy is more likely to lose, Vincenzo Joseph or Mark Hall? You got to pick one.
I'll go Hall.
I would go Hall also, because it means wrestling them close every single time.
Every single time. It's one situation
I mean,
away.
Shields Chenzo's probably going to be close too.
Just because
but-
they have familiarity,
Yes.
they know each other.
Yeah.
But at this point,
Yeah, okay. Hall looked tired. I've also heard that Mark Hall's cutting a lot of
And
weight, so I heard he's going up next year. We'll find out when we get there.
And the other thing, let's you understand this
Bet
better as well.
DSI
So
is
let's
gambling.
when you're thinking at 165 and 174, Amin and Martin have experience in this environment. Shields does not have
that's
experience in this environment, and it is different. You've been on this floor for the last 1.5 days. You haven't been on this stage before, the semifinal stage. It is different.
Yeah.
And some guys react different. These guys are all big time people. They've been on big stages, but it is different the first time you step out there.
Yeah. Hall has become boring to Chris J. How do you feel about that?
Since when?
I don't know, Chris. Hey, I'm not Chris.
No, I mean,
I honestly don't disagree with Chris here. I think Mark Hall, and maybe it's just we've become so accustomed to being spoiled, but David Taylor was fun to watch. Ed Ruth was fun to watch. Zane was fun to watch.
yeah,
Jason
but
Holt was
it's
fun to
something
watch.
that I've talked about. There's a beauty in perfecting fundamental techniques. I have an appreciation for the beauty in the simplicity of wrestling. How fundamentally sound these guys are. Is it exciting? No. But if you're a student of the sport and a fan of the sport, you can respect and enjoy what they do, because what they do it better than they do the basics better than almost anybody.
Mark
out
Hall
there.
specifically, or
Both Hall and Joseph.
Okay.
But
Fair.
Hall, I mean, he controls every situation, and
Yes.
there's beauty to that. It's like watching Floyd Mayweather box, right? Is he exciting to watch? No. Does he get hit? No. Does he dominate you? Yes.
Fair.
And then you can appreciate that. I can appreciate Floyd Mayweather and pitching a shutout without getting hit.
Yeah.
Like I really can.
I agree. Okay. Someone said, and I'm going to have to leave the brackets, Tyler Fortson says, did you realize Mueller beating Bradster is the first upset at 125? And I listen, that's a 5/4, so that's barely an upset. If that is true, Tyler,
That's insane.
that's totally insane. And then the Cedars, as much as they got ripped on, should get like the biggest raise ever. Well, I mean, how can you not have one upset? That's the round of, that's okay, the pigtails, round of 32, round of 16, quarterfinals, and you have one that's 16 matches, 24 matches. Is he talking about the backside too? Because that would be just too weird. Too weird. How Mason Paris coming back. Has Mason Paris been on fire on the backside? I haven't even seen. I didn't look at the
I didn't really watch
backside.
the backside at heavyweight.
Matt's racist against heavyweights. All right, let's go. Mason Paris after losing the first round. Fall over UNC. Fall over Thomas Haynes. Major over Matt Voss. And he's got Matt Stencil to All-American. I believe he's split with this year. So go Mason Paris.
Yeah.
He's got a long way to go to third place still. After that, he would have the winner of Humida Stoll, who that's
But for all those people, hey, just for all the people that are complaining about Rashid in his seed, hey, there's an equal number of people complaining about Paris's seed too. And look, he's in the All-American round.
Well,
he's there. Has
he
he
did
done
lose
it
to
yet?
the 27 first round.
Right. This is
Or 29 or
he did.
whatever that was.
But
All right. Not on the backside, he said Tower. That's still impressive. Have you realized that a 1 or 2 seed has made a final at 125 in 5 years? Really?
it's a crazy stat.
So Spencer wasn't a 1 or 2 last year?
I don't believe.
Must have
so.
been a 3.
I think
Tornado.
he's 3.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is a wild stat. I saw Kurt Angle. I was actually sitting close to Kurt Angle when they got the interview. His neck was gigantic. That was a Clarion guy, so I don't know if you know him, but I didn't realize his neck was so large.
Are you serious?
I mean, I realized
He's
it.
on
Okay, I realized it was big, but like in person, it was a different size than on TV.
his neck just comes directly from his shoulders to his
But
head.
I was more impressed by like the back of it. There was like a muscle on the back. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. Wow. Okay. I don't know. Noel versus Caleb Young in the finals. I don't see Young beating Berger. That would be 2 young guns. Correct? Caleb Young's a young gun.
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah.
Joey Strittmatter. Shout out.
Young Guns having a great tournament.
One of the best.
Good job.
I'm trying to get AWA to chase Joey Strittmatter. Best club in the country. All right. You guys got 10 seconds to ask any more questions. Otherwise, we are done with back tonight. College version of me versus Evan Wick and Daniel Lewis. I'm not going to answer that question. Gable, Kassar. You picked Kassar. I picked Gable. Delgado and Garrett were the last 1-2 to make the finals. Wow, that's weird. Angle's
Great
weird.
stat.
What did Angle say on TV? You didn't see it. You were in the
see
arena,
it,
so you
yeah.
didn't see it either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great stat, though.
That's a great stat. Yeah, that
Who
is.
came up with that?
Goose
Noose.
Goose News.
Goose News.
Where's our man, the Pied Piper?
I don't know.
He was making. He probably is pissed because Sam Stoll didn't make the semis, so he quit. All right. Oh, Kurt Angle talked about his neck on ESPN. Fantastic. Okay. All right, guys, we're out of here. Expect us back around 11 p.m. Eastern. I would think it would be a good guess. We'll be on the night. We appreciate you guys listening to us. I might have some Instagram stuff on the RUDIS page, and that's it.
Yep. Thanks for everybody that came out to the Fan Fest, to the autograph signing. It was an amazing event.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. We are out of here. Boom. Stop that.